Hey everyone, it's Jen and Valentine's Day is coming up, so I thought, hey, why not do a smoky eye? Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is add some foundation, and we're going to use the Revlon Nearly Naked. You can use whatever foundation you want. I like using this one because it's kind of dewy on me. And it's in the color Caramel. I'm usually caramel no matter what. So yeah, I'm just going to tap it in and just put it around my face. And I know it seems way more orange than my actual skin color, but it does blend in. I have a really tough time finding foundation that works with my skin. Everything seems to be a lot more orange than I would like it to be. Sorry, I'm just looking in the viewpoint. Is it a viewpoint? No, it's viewfinder. I'm nervous. It's my first video. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is take, well, this is optional, but if you have really bad under eye circles like I do, it's really dark, and around this area right here, it's usually darker than the rest of my face. I'm just going to take this Bobbi brown, no, it's not concealer, it's corrector, and it's in the color Dark Peach. This is what it looks like. I'm almost done with it. And I'm just going to put it underneath my eye and blend it in. I always make the funniest faces. So that kind of takes out like the darkness, the orange in the corrector just, you know, kind of cancels out the blue parts, like the dark blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this Nars Creamy Concealer, and it's in medium dark too. Yeah, in caramel. I'm always caramel, always. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in under my eye. If you don't have really dark under eyes, then you don't need the Bobbi brown corrector, then definitely just add this concealer because I really like it. It does not crease at all. So the next thing we're going to do is the eyebrows. I'm going to use these two things. This is a spoolie. It's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It was just $1 for this, and I'm not sure how much this costs, but I'm thinking it's a little bit more expensive, but literally not more than $10. And it's the angled brush from Eco Tools. So let's just zoom in a little bit. Let's get all up in here. My brows are insane, seriously. Or maybe I should do like one of those at-home waxing, because I prefer waxing than threading. My eyes always water up like I'm crazy. Like the ladies always laugh at me. They're like, do you want lotion to put on your eyebrow because you are the... Okay, that's a terrible accent. I don't even know where they're from, but they're sweet, but they laugh at me. I mean, not many people cry when they do their eyebrows. So I'm just going to take this eyebrow powder. I only use like the darker one right here. And this is from MUA. It's the Pro Brow Ultimate Eyebrow Kit. I feel like I sound all groggy too. I woke up, I think, about 2 hours ago. It's a snow day here in New York, so. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add this eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay. And this is the original one, Sin. I just apply, not too much. I find that if you put too much primer, then everything creases. And the whole point of primer is so your stuff does not crease and last long. Like a light brown, skin tone, earthy color, like nude, neutral to the crease line. And to do that, I'm going to use the Mirage palette from Coastal Scents, sorry. But there's 88 different shadow colors and we're just going to use a brown one. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm going to use this brown right here. It's the third one. It looks lighter in the camera, but it's actually, I would say, like a warm brown. It's a warm brown, darker than this. And I'm going to just take my MAC 213 brush, 217, my MAC 217 brush, which looks like this. It's the white fluffy one that everyone has. And I'm just going to blend it out. This might take a lot of blending. So the next thing we're going to do is take our Naked 3 palette, and I'm going to use Nooner, which is right here. I've just applied the Nooner color to my MAC 213 brush. I got them confused earlier, but now we're all good in the hood. So I'm just going to take that and just pat it onto my actual eyelids, not the crease. So Nooner looks a little bit plummy. We're going to go ahead and make it a little more pinker by using a pink glitter from the Naked palette, the Naked 3 palette, and it's called Buzz. It looks like this. We're just going to take the same shadow brush that we used, the MAC 213, or any shadow brush that you have, and I'm just going to pat it on to my eyelid. One thing to be very wary about is the fact that these Urban Decay glitters are very, let's say, loose. They're not chalky, I would say, but they're very loose. And they do fall on your face. So if you have things like shadow shields, definitely use it here. If I have the time, I'll take a regular tissue, like, you know, one of those small Kleenexes, and I'll just lie it right here. And I'll tilt my head for the back and I'll just apply the shadow, and if there's any fallout, it'll go straight onto the napkin. On the tissue, not the napkin. The thing we're going to do is add a little bit of depth to our outer corners, and to do that we're going to use the Too Faced Matte Eyeshadow Collection from Too Faced, as I said just now. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention because it's snowing up a storm outside. But yes, that's upside down. We'll be using Coffee Bean, which is the top color right there. So I'm going to use the Crease Blender brush. And of course this is also really cute because it's a light pink color. And so I'm just going to take Coffee Bean, add it onto the brush, and just get in there like swimwear. That snowstorm outside is crazy. I'm going to have to show you guys because it is coming down. So the next thing we're going to do is add some more eyeshadow, and this is going to be MAC's Woodwinked. Now we're just going to add that to like the center. Is that the center? The inner corner. That's the inner corner. We're going to add a little bit here. Then we're going to add a little bit in the center here. That'll give us more of a bronzy glow. So. So the next thing we're going to do is add eyeliner, and eyeliner I think adds to every single makeup look out there. It makes everything look way better. I'm a huge fan of eyeliner. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Waterproof Eyeliner in Perfect Black. This is kind of a sample size, I think. While we're at it, I'm just going to add this Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. That's what it looks like. It's like a translucent powder. And you just put it underneath your eye. Oh my god! I like dumped a whole bunch on my pajama pants, but it's okay. So you just take it, you tap it with your middle finger. I'm not cursing you out. And it'll just kind of erase the shine. Do you see how the shine is right here? We don't want that because then it looks all sweaty and gross. After that, we're going to use our eyelash curler and curl these babies up. I'm going to use my really broken, old, super old eyelash curler from e.l.f. And this was only $1. You can see how it's missing the extra rubber part here. Honestly, I think this is a great start out tool. I don't think you should just start out with like a $20 eyelash curler. I'm still using this after all these years. I'm probably going to replace them. But for now, they work. I'm then going to go in with my Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express in Hydrofuse Flared. I like the brush on this because it's like dipped. I like that a lot. So I'm just going to take it. I'm going to go into the eyelashes from the bottom up. Do that. Next I'm going to add fake eyelashes, which I usually don't wear. I've only worn it twice before. They're from a brand called Luminous Change Eyelash, and it's an Asian brand that I found on a Circle Lens website. I believe it was Candy Lens. They come with their own little tweezers, but I'm going to use mine that I have already. So I'm just going to take this glue right here, and it's called the I Envy 16 Hour Strip Eyelash Adhesive. And it dries clear. So I'm just going to add that to the eyelash strip, like that. And then I'm going to stick it on. So this is what the eyes look with the lashes in. Next things next, we're going to do the lips, and now we're going to use a lip liner, and it's going to be in the color Mauve, 831 Mauve, by the brand NYX, everyone's favorite like drugstore brand, I feel like. So we're just going to line the lips and fill it in, just slightly, and then we're going to layer it with some lipstick. Okay, I found the right one. And it's Revlon's Mauvy Night to go with the Mauve lip liner. This is what it looks like. So the next thing we're going to do is my favorite step of all, and that's highlight. I love highlight. I can just do my whole entire face in highlight and I will look like a disco ball, and I don't care. I love it so much. So I'm going to use my Real Technique contour brush. And usually, you know, people use it for contour. I don't necessarily do contour, even though I have a round, chubby face and I probably need contour. I still like it better just to do highlight. And I'm going to be using my Nars Albatross highlighter. It looks like this. Don't be afraid of how white this is. That's pretty white, but it's really translucent and it gives off a nice gold shimmer. Tap it. Take that same side and just run it, run, Forrest, run. So I'm just going to use this Tarte blush, and it's called Blushing Bride, and it's the Amazonian Clay Longwear blush. I'm going to tap it in there really lightly. Now I'm just going to pat it on. Not too much because I'm not the biggest fan of blush. I just want to make it a little pink for Valentine's Day. Now you may be asking if I'm going to set all of this with powder. I'm not, because I have quite dry skin, but if you do have oily skin, definitely powder it before you add the highlight and the blush. So there you go, guys. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Here's one last look at everything. And I'll see you next time. Bye!